What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room. And yes, you clearly see the title of the broadcast here. So listen, look, um, I kind of took my time with this Corey Holcomb situation and stuff like that, and just watched a lot of things unfold. And we're at this point now. We're seeing a lot of things and stuff. After the Anton Daniels situation, which I did, broadcast on that. It started to unfold in other different ways. So I just sat back and just watched some stuff go down. So now, I'm hearing a lot of things. Corey's going after O'Shea Duke Jackson. He's going after lead attorney Joe Budden. He he going in on the whole YouTube clan. So, well, pretty much that's not the whole YouTube clan, but you get my point. So yeah, Corey Holcomb is lighting a fire out here, and he's got gasoline to pour on it as well. So we're going to dive off into this, and we're going to go here now. We're going to check out some things. First off, we're going to start out with O'Shea and what he had to say, and then we're going to dive off into a lot of different things. Anton, what Corey said about Anton's family, a lot of different things. So, Joe Budden as well. So let's go here now. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
It's this one African scammer. Okie dokie, that's what we'll call him. Okie dokie Jackson.
Last night, I was actually hanging out in Nairobi for about a month, and I got this particular email. Damn, Corey Holcomb going at you on his show. I think Buddy misinformed about your criticism, and he taking it as disrespect. Seemed like he just looking at your titles and thumbnails and not watching, because I'm pretty sure you ain't doing what you said. So then I actually went to the stream. To be honest, I donated to the stream, kind of trolling like I always do when I go to the 50 podcast, but I actually didn't listen to everything that he said until I got back to Uganda. And when I got back to Uganda, I actually listened to what he said about me. Now, to be honest, he actually went at the lead attorney a lot more difficult and harder than he did me, which I'll get into later. But this is what he said.
It's this one African scammer. Okie dokie, that's what we'll call him. Okie dokie Jackson. This man has made so many videos with my name and likeness on it and got the nerve to talk crazy about me. This man said, I need to tell my lawyer what. I was like, he telling law now? This is a fucker who couldn't hang with the streets out here in California, so he moved back to a place where you only need 2 haircuts a year.
So now I'm an African scammer, and I'm in a place in which you get 2 haircuts only twice a year. Woo! That was actually funny. I'm not gonna lie. He is a comedian, and he's a pretty good one too. Not going to front. But then he also said this.
This wear my gear for street cred, but act like he doing me a favor. Talking super crazy like he is a lawyer.
So again, he's upset about the name, image, and likeness, and I'm using or producing a whole bunch of videos about him, and I'm being fake. And his real point of contention is not that I'm an African scammer or anything, because I'm actually #FBA. I just happen to live in Africa. But the problem that
Right.
I have been critical of Corey Holcomb, let the record show that almost like 85 or 90% of videos that I've made about Corey Holcomb, I've been defending Corey Holcomb. Okay, that's just.
And I could attest to that. I've seen, like I say, I've seen everything that's been unfolding here on YouTube. Yeah, I've seen O'Shea stuff. A lot of other content creators. Of course, what Anton had to say, things like that. I didn't catch it. I didn't know he went after the lead though, the lead attorney. I didn't know that part. I hadn't seen that. But yeah, I've been definitely trying to catch, trying to watch as much as I can and stuff like that. I have other things going on in life too. But yeah, though, it's wild out here, man. Corey is setting YouTube on fire right now. Real talk.
It's really what I've been doing. In fact, I've been criticized heavily because of this. To be honest, I do wear his gear because I like it, and it's to support another YouTuber. Now he's saying that I couldn't make it out in the streets of California. Stop the show. Number one, Corey, I am from California. I'm born and raised in California. Okay, I'm not from Chicago and moved to California. I'm from California.
Woo! Shots fired.
And I'm not a street Negro. I'm not a gangbanger. I got a bachelor's of science from Sacramento State University. I went to medical school and finished. So this whole contention that I could not make it in America, and I had to come to Africa. I mean, I'm a hardworking individual. And so where I lived, I would argue that being in this business, I would be bigger than what I am now. But that's not the whole entire point. And I know that he's upset with me. And to be honest, I get that Corey Holcomb is going through a lot because of what's happening in his life. And of course, this is how Corey Holcomb responds to things. Whenever somebody criticizes Corey Holcomb, then obviously, you're his enemy. And instead of you criticizing Corey Holcomb and you being on his team.
Now, my issue here is to speak on what O'Shea said about, Corey pretty much talking out the side of his neck about him not being from Oakland. That was a shot, definitely, because at the same time, though, too, O'Shea is from Oakland. Corey's from Chicago. He had to move there, and another thing, too, when O'Shea brought up the point about Corey talking about how people can't make it in the streets and all that stuff, he had that same situation, that same talking point with Anton. It's like, Corey is hung up on this street side of the black community. And the thing of this is that, like we didn't have enough promotion of that throughout the decades. We had gangster rap, all types of stuff. Our communities in shambles right now because of a lot of that gangster stuff, things like that. I mean, everybody engaged in it. Listen, look, man, these are just the facts. But the problem here is that we don't actually, see, the doctors and the lawyers in our community. We don't see the engineers. We don't see the people that are part of our community that are doing good deeds and stuff like that. And we don't celebrate them people. Let's just keep this honest, which is a sad situation because they're a part of our community too. And we need them. We need that part of our community to be celebrated as well. It's ridiculous, man. It just always got to be about some street shit. Like, man, come on, bro. Regardless of what people feel and stuff like that, sometimes, man, the balance is not in existence. And that's the problem in the black community. We don't have the balance. I get it. Everybody want to, have a little swag and all that type of shit. But, I don't need my doctor to have swag. I need my doctor to save my life. I need that firefighter to save my life. I need that police officer to save my life. I don't need them to have hood swag and all this dumbass shit.
That's really what it is. There are a lot of 5150 show fans who love Corey Holcomb, who love the show. And just because you disagree with what Corey Holcomb has done and you can't just defend it 10 toes down, then you're phony. I mean, we are in the business, Corey Holcomb, of calling things like we see it. And to be honest, Corey Holcomb calls things like he sees it. I mean, he was just talking about on that particular show how he fell out with Kanye West. He called Kanye West all kind of names randomly, and now he wants to do a podcast with him. And I get that he's upset that I'm making YouTube videos about him and everybody else is. Don't get me wrong. Corey Holcomb is interesting to talk about on YouTube, but I have like over 10,000 videos and I could talk about anybody else. It's just that this subject is hot. All right. This is what we do. And the reality is that the way that Corey Holcomb is handling things, and I'm going to get into the whole Darlene thing later. He fell out with her on the show. It's like, it's almost his behavior is not producing the results that he wants.
I didn't know you fell out with Darlene on the show. Wow. Shout out to Darlene, ex-girlfriend of Ice-T.
And people can care about Corey Holcomb. People can love Corey Holcomb and not stand with the stuff that he talks about.
Yeah, this is crazy though. That Corey is doing this. Now, you know what I'm saying? Listen, look, man, I'm not saying that Corey's not a good comedian. I've been following Corey too for years, bruh. But yeah, it's wild out here.
Him and Christina Payne, and we've all seen it with him pushing her. And again, we can be objective here. I'm pretty sure that Christina Payne is who we believe that he says she is, that she's not as talented as him, that she trolls, she causes problems, right? I can believe that we can understand that. But when Corey Holcomb is, as he's saying, mushing her, I get the fact that her dude was there and the guy didn't stand up for her and whatever. Cool. I get all that. But the reality is, for me, when you call it like you see it, it's just difficult to just all the way defend that a guy that's like 6'1" or 6'2" pushes a lady in the face. That's just what it is. Okay. Now let's go to the second part with him talking about Anton Daniels' wife and daughter. The criticism that was given at that particular time was, Corey Holcomb, you are a person that talks about things from the black community's perspective, albeit it's raw. Okay. He's an acquired taste. But what Corey Holcomb says about, the black community, about white supremacy, and then his particular commentary towards Anton Daniels and the whole dust up from that, Corey would not appreciate somebody calling a black person a monkey or a primate. He would consider that to be racism. All right. We're just going to be real. A person that speaks like Corey Holcomb about black people, just you would not think that he would go and use that language. And again, we can all use that language jokingly and everything else. The problem is Corey Holcomb is an individual that has also done what? I mean, he's made this t-shirt. We've seen the t-shirt, which is called, "Hey, keep my family out of it." And we see the depiction. It's Anton Daniels in the middle. Okay. And it's the wife and it's the daughter. Okay. As primates. I'm sorry. Like, it's hard to defend that somebody would do this and double.
Yeah, that's pretty hard, bro. That's pretty hard. Even for, even for comedians. Like, I get it. As black people, we go at each other way more harder. I guarantee you he wouldn't do this if it was some white person or something like that, or some Muslim Arab, or what I'm saying, even a Jewish person. I guarantee you he wouldn't do this if it was a Jewish person. Come on now. Let's keep this real out here. This is wide open right here, bro. This is wide open. Regardless of what people think and stuff like that, nobody should be going after anybody's family that's not in the public view and shit like that. Even in the public view, maybe sometimes it's just a little bit too much. This is wild here, bro.
Down when obviously you are talking about somebody's daughter that's underage. Somebody can say what you're doing is not cool and still support the show. But according to Corey Holcomb, you're not able to do that and support the show. You're automatically an enemy. So what he's threatening is your name, image, and likeness. If you use my name, image, and likeness, there's going to be a price to pay, copyright and strike videos. I mean, that's fair. If he wants to do that, I mean, he's entitled to do that, but he is a public figure. And there is this whole concept of fair use. And if you do that and you don't win, you could lose your channel and things to that nature. The issue is that Corey Holcomb ultimately, as a man that's in his 50s, has to understand that people are going to disagree with him. That's just the world we're in. And when somebody disagrees with you, fundamentally, they don't have to be called names, or they don't have to be roasted, or in the lead attorney's point of view, they don't have to be gay. All I saw the lead attorney doing was just speaking on things from all angles and review court docs. And Corey Holcomb is saying, listen, TMZ is attacking me. I'm just a YouTuber and what they're doing to me is wrong. And then if you point out the fact that, listen, you posted his daughter who was underage. You talked about his daughter bad. You doubled down on that. And then, she is a private citizen, according to the law diagram that the lead attorney created, that the person is not of legal age and the wife is also a private citizen. It just means you made an error. That's all it is. All right. You made an error. You made a mistake. Corey Holcomb needs a PR manager. And just because somebody points that out, it doesn't mean that somebody dislikes you.
Right. And that's the point right there. Listen, look, man, it's crazy out here. So we got more. Shout out to O'Shea. and things like that, man. You know, shout out to everybody. But you know, it's man, this is wild, bro. This is wild. Highly disrespectful shit, things like that. It's going down, bro. It's going down. So we're gonna go here now, and we're gonna see what Corey had to say. You know, in technically, well, not real time, but we're gonna see what Corey had to say. I may be skimming through this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I seen something I want to show you guys. Let's go.
Boy, you use your paper to fuck bitches you would normally never be around. You an ugly ass boy. You an ugly ass boy. You brag on having no children out of wedlock. You got a picture of his daughter? I'm a dirtbag. You got a picture of his daughter?
That nigga got a picture.
This motherfucker brag on not having no children out of wedlock. What happened, D? It crashed.
The Holcomb incident.
Bro.
Now,
That's the broad.
I was told.
Y'all can get the broad off. That's his daughter. This man said he ain't got no children out of wedlock. Nigga,
That's Cool
Don't-
Mo daughter.
that's who?
Not Cool Mo D, Cool Mo daughter.
That's the air up there, nigga. Look,
I used to
nigga,
go
let me tell you
downtown.
something. Don't make no more kids, nigga. That bitch gonna be buying pussy like you after a while.
That's wild, bro. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if we go, you know, if y'all been following Corey for a long time and stuff like that, bro, listen, look, man, he's even said at times, you know what I'm saying, he's dismissed, you know, baby mamas and stuff like that. He barely deal with his kids, all types of stuff. I mean, it's just being honest out here now. He said that out his own mouth. Now, I ain't got the footage right here, you know what I'm saying, to show y'all, but listen, look, I've been following Corey for a long time too. Anton, Lee, O'Shea, all these people, bro. Corey said that, man, he got issues in his own life dealing with all his kids. So, and ain't nobody posted his children up like that. Man, dude, this is what I'm talking about here. You know, regardless of what, Corey is a great comedian. But Jesus Christ, bro, sometimes you just pushing the wrong buttons. Sometimes you just pushing the wrong buttons, dude. This is ridiculous right here. This little girl right here is not even old enough to sign a contract yet on her own. And you just, you know what I'm saying, you just gonna out this girl like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, wow. Okay, you know, I guess ain't no fairness in YouTube war. I guess ain't no fairness no more in YouTube war. And I think Corey had opened that door with this particular situation right here. So, you know, I'm just saying, get down in the comments, let me know if I'm wrong. But Jesus Christ, though, dude, man, all right.
If you don't know, nigga, don't ever brag on no motherfucking what you ain't got. Don't nobody want no kids with you, nigga. Don't nobody want no kids with you. Your prime years, you was a scammer, nigga. You was doing scams. Now that you older and found a way to manipulate, get dude off the screen. Get dude off the screen, man. That's who the fuck is that, nigga? This motherfucker cat. I'm the captain now. Look at it. Hey, look. Let me tell you something. Don't make no more daughters, dog. You got to make it where your shit come out with a boy so he can make excuses for him. But you ain't got no kids out of wedlock because ain't no bitches fucking with you. He was on the internet bragging, I always got a bad bitch with me. No, you pay a bitch to be with you, nigga. You ain't no nigga who got bitches. You buy bitches like the little bitch you had with you, goddammit, who motherfucking made that story sound like she wanted to sound. I got to town Tuesday. Did you get to town Tuesday? Or was you in Vegas with him? I don't know. Did you get to town Tuesday, really? So you let that man lie to you, bring you up here, talking about you holding the show, and you ain't mad at that nigga? I seen you on that show when he said something about dick sucking to the other dude. You know what kind of nigga that is. But sister, let me tell you something. If you trying to get on Come get it on your back like the women who really moving up in the world.
Corey out here burning it down, bruh. Corey out here burning it down. Corey out here burning it down, bro. Jesus, man. Because, we all know he talking about Mika. You know what I'm saying? We know what's happening. Shit that hit the fan. We know, you know what I'm saying? Mika was the one there. Things like that. We all know, Mika's very much a part of Anton Daniels' panel and things like that, have been for years. Man, this is wild right here. Corey out here burning it down. Say, come on over here, baby. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make some money, Big Daddy got you. This and that, whoop-de-woo. Oh, man, Corey, yeah. He lighting it up now. He burning it down. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no problem with lighting matches out here and having gasoline. I'm telling you right now, he ain't got no problem with it. This ain't just regular Corey the comedian. This ain't just regular Corey the comedian here. This is a whole different Corey. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's not play these games like this is something different here. Hold on. Let me see something here. So Corey then lit it up. So hold on here. I'm finna go here now because I watched this all the way through. And you know what I'm saying? I'm giving my comments and shit like that on this. But he also ended up having Anton's wife on a video somehow. This is crazy right here. Let's go.
Play the clip with that mark ass nigga wife. By the way, if I get under your skin, you know where I'm at, homie. You know where I'm at.
Wow.
The clip with his wife. This is the funniest shit.
Oh, wow. Times it can be hard and sad and difficult because Anton has a lot of different personalities, and so you have to be a certain type of woman to deal with. Anton is very emotional. He doesn't communicate effectively. I don't think that he has killed anybody before. I think he's capable of it. I've seen him angry before. He's just like a totally different person when he's angry. He's like,
wow. So Corey pulled up some footage from somewhere with Anton's wife on it, and that's Anton's wife. That is Anton's wife. And this is wild out here, bro, and things like that. And, how the fuck did these people be getting hold of this shit? But that's neither here nor there right now. But all I'm saying is, though, this is a whole different Corey Holcomb here. Whether people like the truth or not, whether he likes the truth or not, whatever, this ain't just regular Corey the comedian. This is something different here. And, we gotta figure out what's going on and things like that because it's wild out here. So let me see where we going next, because it is what it is here. So we're gonna see what Anton had to say about the situation. Let's go here now.
And I'm surprised at the community as I'm reading this chat right now. I'm surprised at you guys. I'm surprised at you guys. So wait a minute. Are you guys telling me, some of you, because I see the overwhelming majority of you are logical. Are you guys telling me that it is okay for people to go after underage children? Are y'all validating this? Wow. I'm amazed at the culture. I'm amazed at the culture. Are y'all telling me that it is okay to go after underage children in real life? Not speaking in general, not speaking, oh, okay, well, this is how I feel about the community and how it is that we raise our children. I'm talking about real life people. I'm heartbroken. I really am. I'm heartbroken. For all of our black women, that's out there that say that and had something to even say. I seen y'all do a breakdown of Ryan Davis and what he said and all of this stuff. I've seen so many think pieces on Ryan Davis and how black children and all of this stuff are spoken about. And you guys really, now all of a sudden it's different? I'm heartbroken. I really am.
And I mean, it is what it is here. You know what I'm saying? Anton was definitely speaking on the fact that, you know, a lot of people in other cases were, you know, feeling some type of way about, you know, people on the internet, adults going after kids and posting, you know, people's children and stuff like that. And from what it seems, you know, in this clip right here, you know, because I didn't, you know, this is the Millionaire Morning Show, you know, sometimes I don't get a chance to watch that. But from what he's saying here, you know, of course he feeling some type of way and things like that about, you know, his daughter and his wife being put on the t-shirt like that, looking like monkeys and all this type of stuff. Like any man would be, you know, even Corey will feel some type of way if some dude, it's anybody, you know, put his image or his children on a t-shirt, had them just like monkeys and stuff like that. Like, come on now, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You know, even Corey be pissed at some shit like that. Let's just be honest here. You know, but the game is moving, you know, different. Like I told you, like this is a whole different Corey here. So it's something else going on. It is what it is. So we're gonna go and watch the scene of the situation where Corey actually was pushing this chick. Let's go here now.
Now, the story is being flipped totally about the truth and what happened.
That you hit him.
That's what now I'm hearing is word on the street that I'm
Right.
attacker now.
Why didn't he say that?
He doesn't want to go to jail, probably most likely. I mean, it is an assault.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there are witnesses who saw what happened, but he also has people who are willing to lie for him as well.
Yeah.
And
is there camera at the Laugh Factory?
there's cameras all over the Improv, and that is the footage that we're talking about. Footage shows Corey Holcomb reaching over two people and punching me out, and my whole head goes back, and it's a whole horrible whiplash thing. It's horrible. It's like he punches me at 30 miles an hour over the security guard and another person who's trying to keep him away from me.
Right.
And, you know, listen, look, we did see that. Even O'Shea said it's definitely a situation to where, I think, what do you say, like Corey, like 6'1" or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you just go slam a chick like that. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna slam a chick like that. Real talk. And of course, it's all over words. Wow. It is what it is here, man. Yeah, but Corey want to burn people down on YouTube, though. He want to burn everybody down for shit they got going on. I done heard shit him talking about, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, Joe Budden here, things like that. You know, Joe is sassy. I'm just saying, you know, it's wild out here. So we're gonna hear from Joe a little bit here. And you know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here, man. Corey Holcomb is burning YouTube down. It is what it is out here.
Corey Holcomb, you don't fight well enough to do this with me.
Damn, what?
Like, we have video with you. You're not smart enough, strong enough, big enough, fast enough to do none of this you talking about with me. We saw you with the homie Anton. He asked you to walk outside, and you remained stationary, Corey Holcomb. Please keep my name out of your mouth, and don't take anything I'm saying as like a threat to you. I wouldn't plan on doing nothing when I see you. Actually, if I saw you and we were breathing the same airspace, I would take it as a threat to me, a threat from God, a threat from life that we even in the same fucking circumference, nigga. Corey Holcomb, your fall from disgrace has been one that should be studied, from kind of funny to kind of bummy to I'm just the dummy. You over there struggling. You look a sandwich away from welfare, you dusty dog shit in the face looking motherfucker, boy. Corey Holcomb, I can't believe that you are engaging this way when you fight that way. Honestly, it's over. You over there just lonely and poor. Your co-host look bad. Not the woman. I'm not talking about her. Everything over there look bad. I know you down bad because you on a Costco table podding in front of a fake plant that appears to be dying. You failed at fatherhood. You hate yourself. You hate your daughter. Your daughter hates you. You failed at fatherhood, finances. You failed at funny. Your pod sucks. You failed at fodder. You just a failure all around the board. And don't forget the original point. You don't fight well enough to do none of this with nobody. So prayers up to Corey Holcomb. We're not going to go back and forth in an exchange because I just don't feel the need to do that with you. I was just shocked to see that you still had a voice.
Man, and that's Joe. Oh, Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? Listen, look. It is what it is out here, man. Corey is he wilding out right now. And you know, like I say, man, I've always enjoyed Corey's comedy as a comedian. You know, it's nowhere around that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus Christ, man. You know, since back in the day, all you know, I've always liked Corey Holcomb. You know, but this situation here, man, that Corey is involved in now, things like that, definitely, I think the sit down with Anton Daniels really popped all this shit off. You know, even before then, you know, Corey was kind of, you know, lightening the people and stuff like that a little bit. But it seemed like after the Anton situation, it just went to a whole nother level and things like that. Now, you know, I ain't getting on nobody, but my problem is, man, it's like you don't put people's children out there like that, you know. And at the same time, though, too, you know, battles that need to be fought, just keep that shit between adults, regardless of whether anybody like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, Corey wilding out, he going after everybody. I'm down to see who he going after next, but it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Man, love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.